这些作业的作为数据去跟我到我下，的企业部的生呢，这牛来些牛嘛，留点吃。
So just trying to produce really a good motivations that cultivating a thought, a genuine aspirations to achieve the complete or supreme enlightenment in order to benefit all sentient beings, and then to think that it is for this reason that then think that that we are listening to these profound teachings, and also resolve at the same time resolving ourselves to follow this teaching into practice.
Dana daily says once and then yes, I'm is a son of Telizon. I have no change, run and then dinner and yella pemba to never much the you, Chicona, have been that is on to
also in our everyday life. So it's it would be wonderful to remember, always trying to remember to prevent any such like a harmful thought, the arising of any harmful thought, and but always to hold, to generate and to maintain a very like a very kind and a very beneficial mental attitudes. So really, if you think about the greatness of this this kind of practice, then we can say that really, in terms of our practice, spiritual practice, there is no really more profound practice than this one, and also. In terms of if we take into account of the most like a reliables, the friends that we have to rely on, then there is no a better friend than to rely on this inner friend, and so therefore it's important just to think that in our everyday life, whatever, whether we are just sitting or we are walking, or throughout all our actions, so trying to maintain this very kind and a good heart towards others, and as much as possible to prevent the ill or the harmful thought towards others.
There is a song and a central children young other Nemos on get more. Right. The ruin I in a tinny, famous on to them get Cindy Hakondua. The rock on Yambo Yungundua. What pepper Yungundua? Tim muttered the road, yet the pop pepper, Lord Devon, she was young was at. The day is done in a non strong as the shinny chiller throws on both till. Shiny draws about the carrying was said that religion you go in it. The day you card the day in a Pemba Mando, never much a total aging go. Peerless also Gaza Pemba, never much a teeth says, or just social attention the castle in Goya. Letting any sort of some to go. What? Yabu, Shoge along it, Shoge along it, Senjela, Senjaka, Pemba, never bashing machine, Lord, they are shares. They are shares, the thing sound though, dig Nana, Ninkatara, Tig, Lokora, Nana, Strone, there's a Mandaji, then they would do that, and that, Chichia, Chichetos and Amatu. Children, I don't got a shit to send a mother. Children got a shiny, Pento said that some Doga. Madoka children got a sugar, got a shiny, got a solution going to chin, got a shit, and that dinner that terrace and do. Taking other Pento standard during this one, then don't happen the other that taking any catching what it shows. Cherumarum and Adokanga terrace.
So it is very, almost like very natural that how the if we maintained such a very good heart towards other and always been showing really loving kindness to others, but we exhibit, we show them that we are always trying to, trying to prevent any kind of causing harm to others. So when we do that, then it will naturally, then they will, come closer to one, and if we are seeking, if we are looking for really a reliable and a very, trustworthy friend, then this will naturally, if we have this kind of cultivate and maintain this kind of attitude, then people will, the other people will would come closer to oneself. So this is something we can see how even we see this even in the behavior of or nature of the animal, how those kind of the animals, any animals which seems to be the very always express things, always very kind and get along really well with others, and how then that makes it very easy for all the other animals to come closer, make them feel very safe and good to be around that. So in this way, it's really we can see the benefit how if we take into account of how if there is someone there who show this really kind of attitudes where we're always trying to be helpful but really always trying to preventing giving any trouble, any harm to other one, then naturally we will trust that person and feel comfortable to become friend with that person. So therefore it's really good to, as part of our daily practice. So I also say that how it's really good to in the morning when after we first get up, then first we should spend a bit of moment to trying to reflect upon this benefit of this cultivating this thought, the like altruistic mental attitudes towards others, and trying to say to ourselves that you would, throughout the day, you would really follow this thought. So in a sense, we say that we are, when we talk about when we turn our mind towards the Dharma, is really then we are surrendering ourselves to the Dharma, but then what we think is when we surrender to the Dharma, then what will what we'll receive, the outcome is a great, incredible benefit, for ourselves, and also, we will be able to extend benefit to other beings. So in this way, it's just such, even though it's even such a short moment of such a reflection on to just to affirming oneself to be a good-hearted person in the morning. So that short moment would have really a good influence or impact on your whole throughout the day in your mind, mental attitudes.
some theater. Then it's in the sugar yard, ranking the mango name. That's me, said just down. Me, all down, didn't think other. Me, no down, me, I, all come. No, I can see it. Just sell. That's here, there, very savage here. Just me. No? So wherever get you, jealous, angry, jealous. That's thing here. I here again. I will live low in law this, no more strong, much better. Really, spend money all over just wrong. Then you go get other people see nice. Then that's something to that's something to with us. That education what any that is anything get somebody then say I pen to pay. I know a chick, then the other, do not say that they say we are. Chick, the other, do not say, wrong saying, think chick, they are said, do not say, they are drugger, young chick, then all like judges, chicks, so the other, do not say, like Pento, you are dead, you will, you go, so much, in another. The true share you do not say like about the other by a true share you there is so the near to now I put your head at the church Yajuna Ching had to take it as Dinama Lodge the Gipana Chite, then the just on to them and Yabonga on to it. Tanda said. Bene, Gitava said, Bena, the most also near the Pemba Bashim, never to so much about the Lord the Apple, the consul. The Lord Cap over the Nip, I'm essential. Pemba Majimata, never much Lord Tele. That Tele, so some Monday because Saint Land, Tele, quarter past on, then the dog, Ramas. That's on 10 ton brothers, the teachers, the Abu, she shared the news on to Abu, arrest. She car share going in your car share, so 10 your shade. What's the so I chin your share in your car share, and I saw some run your shade, Deja, machine. Sure? I didn't want to and then that's on 10 ton.
So we, we understand, the Dharma, the benefit of Dharma is in terms of, the finding, achieving more happiness and alleviating suffering or the misery in our life, and so what is important is what is the Dharma which has that benefit to oneself, and so of course the Dharma it is not the Dharma of some other beings, so which might have some even though might have some indirectly might have some benefit to oneself, but however it is really the most important things, most something which the way the Dharma directly benefit is something the Dharma which each individual have to internalize, have to the gain within yourself. So therefore, it's really we have to talk important to talk the Dharma in the always related Dharma to our own mind, and so therefore it's good to it's important not so therefore it is very important to put the Dharma into practice, and which how we quite often we then people quite even quite confused. When it comes to practice, what should I practice? And or what is the Dharma? What would be the best Dharma that would be most beneficial for me myself? So, but in fact, the practice is very, what is most beneficial is very obvious. Such as we were just saying, there is no profound practice, profound Dharma. Then the practice, engaging the practice, which would help one to cultivate this altruistic mental attitude, and then to overcome any like a ill or harmful thought towards others. So in relating to how we cultivate these and develop such the altruistic such mental attitude, then we all know that if we follow the Lam Rim teaching, then initially we can we find it easier to develop these with respect to those people who are close to one, like one's friends, and then having done after that, then we cultivate this such thought, with respect to the neutral, sort of the indifferent people who are not that close, no one's enemy, and then we move to, after we've done that, then we can direct to those who we who are object of our hatred. So through this, in fact, so if we put the Dharma into practice, then we are able to cultivate this realize the Dharma within ourselves, and in this way we can truly see derive the benefit of the Dharma for ourselves.
다 계속 골라는 다 대시대 개청과 데려서 골라 템바 템비치데 예라연치데 시라지 레바 셰와시 템빈즈 바 예예다 템바라다 론다 연제제메 더 신데다 다 대시대 그 대시대 내 템바지 템바 대시 셰와제 되고라면 예 템바들 모용 거로 템바들 용외에 된들이셔야 돼. 가르잖아. 골라 제바 때비 일라 나 시라지 레바제 봐. 요답이 시라지. 레년제비 시라 제비가 대들어든 재미지 용화래서. 또 그래서 맞아. 시라 골라 말에 제바 골라 롱내가 말봐. 이 제바 저지래 맞아. 롱은 탄이야 문제 다손 대도 내 아부도 제바 제바 세대. 시라지 레바 셰와시. 재미지는 좀 얘기. 제바 롱도 연제지 매서. 다 뒤따라서 다 지대. 예. 이 대신 뭐예 제바 아주 모용 거라지. 먹이야 제 제바 용 거래. 네. 아주 파지 안도 먹이야 제 제바 먹이야 제비. 제바 코제 마다 안도 용화용 거죠. 소선 대샤시 대샤예도 제 마다체 대마 용화래도 코 만체비 용화 최선 땜보모요 용화 자통이 용화 라티 딜래용다 제니 아주 숨지바 쉬지 제가 된 제바 세와만 네 temba데 라 게임에바 마제비 temba 론이 시라 레바제 레년제 대체나 저런 대체는 저문도 레년나 제미드네 예전에 봤어요가 다 대코치 아니야 보지 좀 temba세 temba 체와와 생각을
So now to continue with our teaching, so last time, so we stopped at this this paragraph which says, in general, wisdom discerns everything to be adopted and everything to be cast aside, as explained in Scripture. In particular, it discerns what is to be adopted and what is to be cast aside according to the vows that you have taken. So therefore, once you apply mindfulness and vigilance to these, so you will complete your practice. So you will not be successful by just applying mindfulness and vigilance within the narrow confines of attention to an object of meditations. So here, the key message is when it says here, the you will not be successful by just applying mindfulness. So, so here the kind of the mindfulness which is emphasized here is a very kind of a special kind of mindfulness, because it says when generally speaking, mindful by nature, it has no the attributes of able to see the truth, to discern or to differentiate the right from the wrong, and so forth. So therefore, what is saying is what is important. Of course, the mindfulness is important, but what is important is the objects that where you this topic subject or the practice that where you apply the mindfulness. So therefore, as it clearly says here that just in about it, by just so vigilant within the narrow confines of the attention to an object of mindfulness. So just it said before, what's important is to be mindful of the things which which you understand, which through on the base on the the discriminating knowledge in terms of what is to be to be practiced and what is to be eliminated. So this is when your mindfulness is directed to those things, the knowledge of the wisdoms. Then there's a benefit, and otherwise, when we think of the mindfulness, that kind of mindfulness we have, then we probably we can observe that a lot of time it is all related to, rather associated with some sort of like a.
I'm making unhappy. Attachment object, you remember, unhappy. What that angry,
No.
Temba?
No, mindfulness.
Mindfulness, mindfulness, lots of it. Yesterday you would see very, very nice, beautiful. You see today mindful, no happy, a lot of size. Not that one. That is the only up to then you got Shiraji, Cheta, Sheva, Geshe, Ginas, Shia, Gin, then they are Shasura, Sheni, Shebu, the cousin Judah, Toncheton, Sura Sheni, Tang and Era, Shebu and Judah Tonchetos, then Jujar, and the Ujar, the Tojar has, they're Tonchet. Chabada, then there was that Chabada, wrong, conquer long, Domba, non jetta, Polo no Yembi, Teta, Tembado, Shija, Tena, Yola, Doban Jechi, that thing. Gates are tonching, and Sunday at the swing one, and there's another Momo, Domba, wrong, Kelombi, Domba, non J. Polo no Yembi, that there and other thing. That's all a Tembado, Shija, Tena, Yola, Doban Jechis. And Yola Doban Jetella, that's the Niabulas. Same Meban, Doba Chibola, Teshi Temba Sojan, Coyon, Mushidos. Namazo Tonga being other party, Nina Seji Udua. The Nobocal loud. Sam Ebalan, Doba Chivola, Teshi Temba Soja, Coyon Mission. How can you want? It's some day and then the Akon that there's some apple dog attack, Teshi other Kelon, is telling other Teshi Apotheka that you do. The Kelon Tashu, the Matush, that the hotel, and you pass on to Israel. I think, other that Teshi there. Game Eba Maji be Tembasita, and is on to that Tembada in the Son Tomad. No man, Tembacheva, and don't think loud.
So the mindfulness, so as a as a recollection or the remembrance. So we were just saying before how when we look at the kind of mindfulness that we normally have, so it's all really associated with certain like non-virtuous deeds, like 10 non-virtuous deeds, or to be more specific, related to something that desirable objects that we are either we are not able to obtain it, or if we have obtained it, there's a fear that of losing it, or fear that or worry that whether you will be able to have that for all the time. So this is where normally if we observe, this is where it is directed. So the point is that what is Lam Tsongkhapa's what is saying here, which is really like for us the awakening us from the like a sleep. So where it's saying that mindfulness, it's by itself is not a big thing. It is simply something as a state of mind which is has an ability to the rememberings or the things. So, but what is important here, as it says here, in general, the wisdom discerning everything to be adopted and everything to be cast aside. So this is where it shows where we should be applying the mindfulness. So when it says in general, so that is in the general teachings, all the things what is said in in the major teachings, that what is said, instructions that is said, that the things that we should be doing, and the other things that we should be like saying cast aside, should be the abandonings. So these are the things where as things which are all the things that is mentioned in instruction, mentioned in the teachings. So where we should be directing the applying the mindfulness. And it says, in particular, it discerns what is to be adopted and what is to be cast aside according to the vows that you have taken. Then specifically, then the mindful, it is saying that you should be applying to any if you have taken any like a vows or the precepts, then should be specifically, most importantly, then should be to applying to those precepts that each individual being practitioners have taken. So this reason why those the observing those precepts is the ethical practice precepts is very important, is because these are the moral ethic is regarded as the root or the base of for all the virtue to arise.
다 된대와네. 안되지 강하다. 녀몬 차토도 세나면 세수 준님은 셰잉을 다 되래. 나 대에 예대 저 제시 때문에 지선데 때문에는 이제 나하고도 대에 예대 저 라저 덤보지더라 마셔발은 배바통 마셔발은 배바 얘네가 라드빈 타네 반 타제가 라저 덤보 마셔비가 덤보냐 뱅 맥을 덤 마셔봤는데 대 얘네 더든 저거 알아 현에 대마다들 만나 저 가르세 덤보데 라드 반타라 라드 덤보 마셔발은 맥디스 라 마셔발은 맥디 라 가데셔나 대마다들 레그 지세 가발 투야레스 대상도도야 다সম세 되래 레바나 세제 돈비가 제데 지바 쪼제 멤버 실라 투바데네 다하세 년내래 다 쇼네 대마타들 레가 요르서 대마 말에 세제 돈비가 지바 치서 많이 봐 시야비 달라 투바레스 칭안징도 니 된니라 건 지바지 때내려고 그러와 될 이제 되는지 두어야 생도야 다 손대도도 다는 사그래라 라더 덤보 마셔 봐지 쇼네 대마타도 봐 레근도와 대마타도 레근에 대 가르에서는 말려나 세도 민지바 치도 많이 봐 then or tell two barriers, you top on here, but call two barriers like you are.
Yeah.
And the cause of my letters, they are causing two batas, they are on the other. Sits on Mamba, she yabala two patas and
then the text goes to explain that how then we when we apply the mindfulness, then how we go about that, the application of the mindfulness. Then as he says, what is more, so when warriors are in a battle, they strive for the from the beginning not to lose their sword. So this, of course, no need to mentions that the how the critical, how important it is for the in the battle that the warrior have a very good hold of the weapons, and how, and what he's saying here, the most is it's most important that from the beginning, at the start, that the warrior don't lose the weapon, like if they're carrying a sword, don't lose the sword. And then it says, when by chance they do drop it, then they pick it up, immediately. So here, it is, obviously then if the warrior would, by chance, if the weapon fall down, fall on the ground, then he won't waste any second, but would immediately, pick the weapon up. Now, so if we have to ask, then why the warrior have to do that? And then the next line explains. So this. They pick it up immediately. So these two actions rest on a fear of being killed. That is not mere words. So what is at that moment, the moment when the warriors lose the weapons on the ground, and what is really going through in the warriors is this whole body, whole in the depth of their heart, that there's now the imminent threat of now being attacked by the enemy, by being even killed by the enemies. So it is this sense of the threat to one's life, that what the warrior going through is not just it's not just in a lip, not just a word, but rather it is. It is felt in the depth of his heart, and that is why the reason why that he won't waste any time to grab that the sword from the ground.
Temba nyono moye topa na sege shona yo temba ta temba no temba nyomi ge se dene nyetu ge chende kemi neba ngeso de yong chende jiba che to maye ba jela ya ba tu ngando te yo ma no he le jende tu se ngene dili ngada ya bo de ya bo shi chi yo wa san han de wa ne sho to xie ba dong sho na yo tenma ta do tenma na tenma nyon bi che ta nye tu kin wo ro nye tu kin ne tin de ba de le ne ki bi de ba de le ta ji o dung a de nge so la so bi dung ge ne dung a la ji ba che to ma ye ba je la ya ba le tu nge ne de Rai Dantan Rada Ten Noji Seba to attend Anzong Yenner, the nigger by Jilla Sheva, two, then Anzun the Yama, then on the Leguiada. Then Lender like the two billion, the Lender, Tada, the Shini, Shawala, Ra Lepi, Lender, Tada. Didn't land the armor to Lam and then Lender like the Tada Shini, shungala ra lepi ene wako teta domba samo yanyobi lo mashewa no la lonja con lonja con tomba chen ngai tomba kebangai chen devi yete no sa ni che pai si na bu pela ngene de ngene da pe san de za pa lo nyo le ya bo zang de je pe de na ga shu ji de yong de wa ma za da ga san da ja kwa ya ma da ji dang ga cha la de ngene le je ge le na ga shu ji de yong de wa ngene da de ma rong de da pe de ni ha ko song a ji 라들 때문에 이 집마에 집바데 세바트야 되노지 당한테 뚱 기나 되네라 뚱 기나 예바들 예소 그때 중앙마도 매서메 된데 그파 와라 가자 지라파 니 타반 지라 셔바 진 로래 와레스 당한테 되면데 사상도들 그바 그래서 이내 당한테 다 내는 말아 다나 몰라 내내 대지도 렌데라 렌데 테다 신내 쇼와라 라 레비 와고 대서라 domba samo yenyo bichino lo mashewa no la lonja lonja con tomba keban gei chene debi chen yeten sa ni chebar ta debi chewa ya mari hadu ya ne chesen tomba nyega mari tomba nyebe je ya mari su nyune 맞아 잠깐 간다 라마 좀 얘기하마 담바에 얘기하마 라 담바 케바 게이지 담바신 케바신 담바신 되네 담바 게알란지 담마게 알라 먼저 봐 되니잖아 다 담바 야자는 뭐 야자 담바 야자는 담바가 빠빠라자는 다 다선 되니잖아 이게 자체바인 등에는 야보다 틀어야 보시는 아도 라마쟁 녀근데 와 되는수와 틀어야 보면 라마ኘ고 말수와 라마 돈바지 녀비가 데비 쳐봐요 말이세 조조자 대마데 쳐야마 야세체 녀비 쳐봐요 말제 말소는 돼 되니선 돈 대선 원나스다래 다 원나다 녀제 중에서 다 고스마 되는 만데다 뭐와 뭐처럼 먼저 Daliapo Santuga, Santona, Caleche Santona, and
okay, then the text continue. These two actions rest on a fear of being killed, that is not mere words. So likewise, so those who cultivate the path are afraid to lose the mindfulness that does not forget what is to be adopted and what eliminated. So even if they do lose it, so they immediately reapply it. So really, it's the explanations, with particular with with the help of these analogies, so makes the whole things in explanations very very clear, and but what is required is for us is to really to read slowly and then to reflect on this the meanings. So as it was said before, so the mindfulness, so here is in the that we need to apply, that we need to practice is in relating to the instructions of what is to what is to be what to adopt and to what to reject. So it's more on a one sense more like is relating to the ethical practice, and also as it says here, also it also refers to the the instructions when it says instruction in terms of what to adopt, what to reject. So this also we can also understand this as the practice of the law of karma. So which as it says here, so these two actions are based on the development in their mind of a real terror of falling into miserable realms as a result of the pollution of infractions and fall that occur when mindfulness lapses. So it's supposed to be in our practice, just as how the warriors, when kind of the undergo kind of very, very naturally and very strongly felt this fear of this the imminent threat to his life when he drops off the sword on the ground. So in similar way, how with the mindfulness, if we lose the mindfulness, then that means we we forget about what to practice, and what we, in terms of, what to adopt and what to reject, or, if we relate that to the law of the karma, then to in terms of the practice of the virtue and to abandon the non-virtues. And so therefore losing the mindfulness, so is really then open ourselves to this the losing, or to the committing like a non-virtues, or losing our any like staining our continuum, our actions with any with the transgressions. Particularly it says here transgressions of our vows, like it says, pollutions of infractions and the faults that occurs when mindfulness lapses. So this in turn depends on having made karma and its effect central to their practice, and then sustaining that approach. So this sentence, where it really point out to us that how really the practice of the karma is really the central, as it says here, should be the core practice of our, when we talk about what to adopt and what to abandon. So therefore now how when we relate this to our actual practice, then we can see how much gap is there in our practice. Like we normally when we think of our spiritual practice, so we hardly seriously think about all this good ethical practice of the creating of the karma, the law of the karmas, and all we were most time in real practice, the way we live our lives, or whatever that reason, it could be something that because we are too overly occupied with all the other the worldly works, or the busy work. So whatever it is, we don't really pay attention to that, the real practice, which, as it says here, the depends on the karma and its effects central to their practice, and then sustaining that approach. So those who fail to develop the awareness that these points are profound instructions, so really referring these to this ethical practice of karma, relating to karma, then the profound instruction sever the root of the good qualities, ensuing from the practice that delight, the learned, the sacred foundation of the path. So here it's really points out the why the ethical practice is so important. It says it's a sacred foundation of the path, and it is something that delight the learned. So he's talking about delighting the one's lamas, the one's gurus. So when we do know that of all the offerings, so the offering of the practice is one which mostly please one's guru. So therefore, it is not the. So therefore, what he's saying is the important is this ethical practice, and so therefore, if we do not put this into practice, then whatever other thing, even we other things we do, which we assume that it is practice, such as just sitting in the upright in a meditation postures. So we have to understand that this is not something which is going to truly please one's gurus. Nor we think that when we meet the guru, we go and offer the khatas. We think that is also going to please the guru, but actually not necessarily. So therefore, but what else is said here? What is really to be assured and to be very certain that the thing that really pleases the guru, as it says here, is this the ethical practice of what to. In the integrating, what to adopt and what to abandon in our life. So, as it says, so those who fail to develop the awareness at these points are profound instructions. So severe, so almost like like a cut. They are cutting the root of the good qualities ensuing from the practice that delights the learned, the sacred foundation of the path.
So you got it, yeah, changes a person, yet you matches. Then debating was a nego marriage in you matches. Kara sena meta chooses side what she said or what else. Chatibas are netting of coin or whatever, so you got your pick or the harvest. And I said, the Gares and Tayana and that $20. 20 lila cheda ma chuse tena tela tene rimbo motoba le tonje la chede tu jiba jewi ma te cheni ta tema de cheni ambo giba sera cheni boga ko de ba che ma de to ba ko ne ma yu go ra te yu gres ma ka re ta son te to pe te ko ga re
And then continues, why is it necessary to look with fear upon even minor misbehavior and not let it continue, but immediately stop it? So this implies that we cannot when the undermined the like a non-virtues, even how small and how tiny it is, we have to try to, but it must be, abandoned. So similarly, when it comes to accumulate virtue, again, we should not, stop, the accumulating certain virtue to thinking that it is just not, very tiny, very small, as if it makes no difference. So this
drop all again, big.
No, it's like a drop of the water.
사실 다 되는 거 알아. 내가 제 사자는 가서 소용 거라. 고모를 제 사자는 저한테 가르 자니자 쓰다 래 거라. 이는데 내가 개 친구에는 요즘 맞아. 고 터다 지제잖아. 근데 같이 뭐래 용다. 배선이 세고 내 중에는 한도 내 담배 로자하고 빼는다. 내가 주주시나 패고 말해 내가 말해서 마소서 되라. 가서 매 주주시가 되는 자를 보거라 마소라고 했어. 이거는
So there's also even in it is mentioned in the sutra that they how that the regarding this not undermining this tiny or the small size of the virtue or the non-virtue. So where the sutra where it says that the how even a tiny spark can destroy the like a big mountains of the and likewise the a drop of the water can fill a big containers. So also in how even in our more practical financial advice, how it's important if you need to save money, we have to start from $1. If we save, then soon we will notice that we have 200 or 300. So therefore it is important to we take this to our practice in terms of the to overcoming the negativity or the non-virtues, so trying to even if it's very tiny, one small one, we make effort to if you can to avoid, whereas to the virtue to how tiny it is, we're trying to accumulate it.
패치와 시이드는 제가 팬데 노이 팬데 시이마 대지 다선도 다다섬도 다는 이제 중요作用就是한지바진이 이제 저터대지도 문제 봐 대마터도 뭐가 지인은 대하모다 준디사 나 뒤그면 나이 relation 마 주제 진아 때나 대라 때는 림보모도 뉴보마제 림보모도 발레 내 총제라지 뒤차 차바 지반 제이 마데 제니 제다다 고나 제니 제 보기 바다 예셰 장 제사라마 주제 네 마데장 대야와토 전홍도 맞아야 돼 대야와토 대야와토나 전홍도 야야장 이네 대야와토나 년다 살아 쳐봐 셰피 중요 문제지 전문제위 넘버네지다 아라다 먼저와 고바도 가대셔나 내나다 샤선 대대셔나 대마다 제제 기대 다들 넘버네지는 전문제 실 넘버네지 중요해나 가려나 넘버네지다라다 먼저비가 고사제 고 가대 쉬어서나 대자 맞아서 제제사제 근데 또자 잡을 해변데 천번제 덤번에 제다라다 뭐죠 말한 거 봐도 뭐죠 방고 가는 거 덤번에 마시 봐도 덤번은 거 돈이 아버려 한거 맞대 쉬나요 대마다데 제제 기대스 내가 진주로 말하고 나세요
Then the text continue. Take the example of a poison arrow that makes a tiny surface wound. So before long, the poison from this wound will spread throughout the entire bodies. So you must operate on the wound and remove the poisons. So similarly, even when wrong behaviors does not make anything more than a small wound in the mind, so if you ignore it, it will quickly pervade your mind so that it becomes large. So therefore, from the start, you must prevent wrongdoing before it takes place. And if it does happen, so you must discontinue it immediately. So what is mentioned here is also in accord with the, there's one of the four general characteristics of the karma, like the first being the karma is definite. The next one which says the karma is increasing. So that is also, when it mentioned here, that emphasize here that we should not, undermine the certain our action because it is tiny, it is small. So what is saying here is that in fact it is said that more so than what you can see in the outer things, how the external small cause can yield the huge result. So more than that, so that the some small such a inner karma can have that can be a cause for a huge result. So so therefore the as it's in the last one it says that therefore from the start you must prevent wrongdoings. So the best is, so of course, so if we could prevent from committing any wrongdoing right from the beginnings, but if we happen to create any wrongdoings, then what he's saying is, then even if that is it is a very small one, then we cannot just leave it, but rather should apply the remedies. So which the reason why it's clearly explained here with that help of this this analogy of the how if the poison arrow, if you and a wound cause a wound, then how is important to remove that the poison as soon as possible, otherwise then later on it will spread to your whole body, and then it become impossible.
당한도 가가 녀모 자탄 콜을 자한대고 알아. 야 소제세들 다. 라정 봤을 때 녀모 라 반조선은 라정 봤을 때. 그래서 당한도 지체 봐. 중에서 녀모를 가대로 알아. 라 녀모는 콜을 자한대고 알아. 라 녀모는 콜을 자한대 그게 대마도 시제 제자 때녀 나서. 다 제신년이 용거 말이다. 대마시지 갈 때가는 사티가 빼도 말래 용하를 성도하세요. 야 뭐든 녀모지 열리 자원데 배 대마도 시지 제다 때녀나 사신지 말래.
And then there's a quote from the which says, engaging in the Bodhisattva's deed states, just as poison spread throughout the bodies carried by the blood, so a fault pervades the mind if it finds an opportunity. And then continue questions. Well, how do those who want victory over the afflictions apply mindfulness and vigilance? So here, so we really have to we are supposed to be as like the one who if we consider ourselves as a spiritual, as a Dharma practitioners, then as it says here, then the goal, our aim is to win victory, gain victory over the afflictions, mental afflictions, so which are our enemies, and how we win over or gain victory over the enemies. So is through, as it says, apply mindfulness and vigilance.
Nyuma konyi che ne kala na che rada tobi che jude tes bona seba sebi che din jibata che toju che de de jibata drug is. The Kata energy, Joyous Tali, learning to the symbol Shiba Shavos. That's the Tashin and Rosa. Then Hakosa, the Karas, Yuma Koi, Nekolas. Yeah. I don't do you must the Yuma Chibai, and you must see Labius on the chooses. I don't do you must. You must the Yuma Chibai, you say that. Labius on chooses and the other 2 minutes, the Sewa. That and the Sabakola country, their country, and God's yard, and Roshi. Then Chora Dochi, and each other say Didako yard. That caught in Dochigana, caught the say touch a Sabaton, Taki is other Shivaji, Bova Shagra, as soon as the desert. One nation, a terrible upon Rochis, and Rochis said, Tassan said, Bona said 7 Jit on it, Katay and Jason didn't say other Papa Katay and Tai Jabosi, Chitenga condemnation. Chitenga Tai Jaboti, personage, she is Gate Abodi, Passage, someone can say, Momo, covered Umboleba, don't Chinese him, Dasha. Some Major, then Jabi Tempos, and Tempo Abrizis, and Zimaso.
No.
There was Zimaso, Jabi Tempo Abu, there was this one. Get them was a masters, that Jabit and dig thus yet, hanging the Dimash, thus yet, and Yonjo, the Tachi, Kangasam was a young Tajas. Ta, much was the Matagare Kochi, that Jabit for Koranjo, Sichin, Kombaja, Koraja, that did Dochi Venture Segis and Korajachi Sandu. Korajachi, you know, that Tanal Tosha, the Kimatos, and Jabos in Hichi. Kazigo, the Kombaja. On the Donny, Chentin you was some there. How can you purchase it?
No.
How many can alone?
No.
Tacos and that has a rest.
No.
You mark what you said, never last and you must have time to choose cards and cards and you must cut.
The Lashadi, also. You must choose your you mind to the master said. Cow chooses what didn't know lash.
Oh?
There are new market numlash, the incident.
No matter.
Long.
Had they?
Love
is on a church, Miss
Long.
Love is on Chinchis here, the there's a more on us.
Long.
And then you're there up here. Loma Kanga Kone, on the 7 young dude, that
Most.
They're you must have our quarter. You must have. There you must have. You must have our quarter.
Then the Hansochik Dua, the Kala Ludam, Kawa Chunjus, Menjados, Kawas.
My mother is.
No, you got those.
Huh? You are saying. You got married. So you got the youth, you got married, you must have. Then you might have them, I don't you must. The thing to buy side. Lavin notion, I see really cheer. Not surgeon, I tell you almost.
Chunjus,
the one chooses that, these are not in the out.
So then the
garden, continue garden.
How did you have the num slash? The Tanda the Yunga num, the Yunga Sure. Mustard oil lago.
You marry, you got into it. You got then garden, and then you marry.
No, the new man. No. So, and then continue.
So it has to show and done. So one, you must have rolled here, Lavi noises on it. There is on it, and Dada Conchi. That then children Medak is dead, Radicananda, did dead, then Condrochi. I have chorus and without Condrochi, then children Dochi Vena, is there is.
No.
What did that go? That said, did that teeth and copy Mapo was young. That is a tasty. Send you more on the Madonna tasty to that is. The says to do a share. That is.
And then continues.
Ponat the Sept, then Jibata, Studio changes, take the dirt, Lola, maybe that you change. Then the dog, Subata, the dog geese, then Katayana, Joyous in that.
So then says, continue. So you must concentrate, just as engaging in the Bodhisattva state says, says, a practitioner must be as concentrated as someone carrying a pot full of, but in this, the translated as mustard oil. But the rather than oil is some kind of like a vegetable which is a bit like a reddish, white reddish, but very small. Small. So anyway, that vegetables. No. So who, as someone carrying a pot full of mustard oil.
Yeah, then it's
a bit like a.
They're wrong.
No, here is like a mustard.
He said sesame.
Like,
no. He said sesame. Sesame wrong. Sesame.
Mustard oil. See what that? Yeah. Mustard. Similar. It's a very tiny one. Yeah. Yeah. The black is it? Black.
No.
So anyway, it's a kind of vegetable. So who is fearful when a swordman before him, so threaten to kill him if he spills a drops. So it relates this the meaning of this verse. So relates to the way the way or the level of intensity you require to in terms of maintaining or retaining your mindfulness. That's what he's talking about here. So as it says here, understand this from the spiritual statement with respect to the border region in the story of Katyayana. So the quote from the engaging the Bodhisattvas, so which is associated with some the story of this Katyayana, and so carrying if this person who's been asked to carry a bowl full of that vegetable on his head, and with that like an apple around,
basket, and they're all apple, they're full apple, then it's going,
not
walking. Then they think you dash on the apple you drop, I kill you. He very, very careful you going, He's very scared, then on the drop, they killed. And killed. They're very hard going there. Then
mindfulness.
They are going there.
So if you drop any the fruit from the bowl, then there's you face a threat to being even killed.
The one this here, I see it. Solution.
So that's the analogy. So which shows the way you should apply or maintain the mindfulness.
Then my share, then journal Tata, on the young, Mother Zazana show a sherry are then he, Neshe Young Adam, Shen Yeshet, Russian Yeshet. And Chavaz, Nila Soba, Lely, Jayong, no, not said that. Go young then, and ye jet Thomas then, go young Nikuda, no, not told them Malapa, doing it to do with it, don't do it. She has a dukes. Children. Past coordinate, past coordinate is younger. do it, yes.
No.
What call it then school does a carta.
Because Timgansura.
One no not in the don't Malava, didn't do with this, didn't do Ganta.
So then continue. So while you are concentrating, if in general, so you should behave wrongly, or in particular, you should experience the causes of laziness, such as sleepiness, etc. So then you must not assent to them, but must confront and avert. So this is talking about how, even though, as implied in that, with the help of that analysis, that you, with a great, care, you apply the mindfulness in your practice, and still, it is, as it says here, still it's possible that you will you face the such obstacles, such as like saying the laziness, or such as like a sleepiness, and then so therefore it's saying that when you face so like the like the causes of sleepiness, which is such as sleepiness. So if any such interfere in the interference occurs in practice, then as it says, then you must not assent to it, but must confront and avert. So in another word, we must then try to overcome that, the immediately. So.
Wonders, that's all there, so there's a beauty lesson, then on the long. Don't die, there's a need, no, not, none the touch of the Dobashata, they are more than they earn to Jebas on Munges, to Jebas on Mendy, Yevashin Atella, Ye Mogawa, she gives, Troche attention, married, Romatia in Mogashi. Mogashin, in Pegger, in Mogashin, you know, there is to Jebas on Munges, Romatia, the cinema, Mare, Yevashin Atella, Yemogashin, Tintin, Yeba in water, Tella Yemoga, the name she can do, Gibbies. That did, how the man that thing that Nayon, that swing, Papa, Coacho, Chabad, Shaju, same beach in the Domba Juni, dear Loja, Lojim, Mother Show, La, Neban, Shada, Membi, Neso, Yonda, Swambata. 다 신체 예반다나 문주위 시샤고녀다 신체 넘비 예 펜바 닌카체도 냥몬도 냥카 잉몬도 당요 바서가 야 예바 주야레레 이제 다라 맨니 진니죠 다라 Shanda Manjua, Teta, Shago, she read the person, saying that they were talking with Shabbat and Jeba. Shuana, Rere, Dala, many things I saw the member, Jenny Joe, Dala, Shinda Manjua, Tata, Shashi, Yerida, Pasok, and your mother, Tene che di ba ji shu na ta nyen ba to yung ne sha ba tene ji yung go ba ta son te tu wa da che su ta te a mo de te da ten ba che da to de je cha zin jun je ko la je ko sa ba la be ba sha si ta ye le ta tene de me be ya ba de te ta sa ten ba to de je cha su je yun je ko sa ba la be ba sha ta le tene ten ba ta
So then this engaging in the Bodhisattva's deed states, thus if a snake came into your lap, you would hastily stand up. Just so, if sleepiness and indolence come, quickly avoid them. So furthermore, do not merely discontinue falls, but actively feel displeasure at their having occurred. So what the clearly implied here that the importance of removing any the interference, like in the form of like a sleepiness or any cause of laziness in any symptom or such as sleepiness occurs in one's practice, then it's saying here we should be immediately overcoming it. Immediately remove that. So with it as in the analogies, in the engaging the Bodhisattva's way of life, so where they use the analogy of how, it is the we want if you are sitting here, if there's a snake, come towards you. So you want, especially the poisonous one or venomous one. So you won't just simply sit there. You will immediately be scared of or run away from that. So in the same way, it is saying here that it is, of course, it is very important. So it is important to overcome that, to get rid of that, immediately, and then when it says here. But actively feel displeasure at their having occurred. So the reason why you want to immediately taking that actions to overcome that is not just for the sake of just discontinue or just stopping that, but because you with a feeling, because you at the same time because you got a feeling of great let's say like a displeasure, the sense of like a dislike or towards displeasure towards this the cause of laziness. So that is the reason. And then as it says, contemplate as follows. So because I proceeded in this way in the past as well, I have been wandering in cyclic existence up to now. So in particular, it is especially blameworthy that I have taken the Bodhisattva's vows and yet continue with things that are incompatible with the vows precepts. So this line shows that the reason why that you you have to remove these obstacles, remove these faults in the practice, and so become inspired to henceforth restrain yourself, thinking from now on I shall make sure that this fault never occurs. So as of course as a way, as a means to overcome such the sleepiness or any defilements occurring in the practice, then of course we can then apply the remedy of the 4 means of purifying negativities, for example. So we need to apply through applying such remedies. So need to overcome that, and as well as at the same time, as it says here, you also generate these the thought or to resolve, oneself, to resolving to not allowing such fall again. Okay.
Teta is sauce. Teta is chambazi, Dodichin, Jajin, Jay, Ja, Consapal and Baba Shates, Arasa tell and Baba Shatas, I did in their shot. Don't be Shido, don't be told and Robado. Gage, Monta, Tiba soldiers in the Lela Temba Shawo. The time you chetan, Neka and the dot like Chamba, Comba in Jessie. Janda. Lena, Trabaho, Ribi, Lena, Debasha started, Trabateg, and Trabashenta, Tomba de Tegarang, and Tanganere, Gate, and Batin, Gate, Tembaga, gave me by Maji, Tembata, and the Gala, third throw the garden, don't be she and Rugger, don't be she, don't be true, see, Ja, Monte Tipa Solis, Lela Tecori, la Tipa Jeda, Jeda, Nagan the Tala, Temba Comba in Jessie, Shinner, Comba Cheese, Jendana, and then the Len, and then the Tata, and then the Len, Taba wash, Ribbon eight, Taba Deo, Gazing out them. To see them and Tepe, Sula Chepe Rippy. Net in their Latin, the next Kigures on the water, that actual cardia demanded.
And then they continue, frequently employ both these attitudes. So engaging in the Bodhisattva's deed says, whenever a fault occurs, I shall reproach myself and long ponder. By all means, I will do whatever it takes so that this shall never happen again. Then strive at any deep causes that give rise to the continuous, powerful mindfulness that is the root of this practice. And then, the talks about the, how. What kind of the favorable causes which can enable us to maintain this continuous and powerful mindfulness. That is as it says, that is the root of all this practice. Then it says here, rely on such activities as keeping the company of excellent teachers and excellent companions and broad learning, which are the causes for this powerful mindfulness. So this is the very obvious, because the kind of mindfulness that we're trying to apply here, we're trying to practice here, is of that the thought of which a sense of always remembering the virtues in activities, virtuous objects, and so therefore what is important in that one of the feature of this our mindfulness, good mindfulness is not forgetting those the virtuous objects, and so therefore as a cause to support this mindfulness, then as I say, rely on such activities as keeping the company of the excellent teacher and excellent companions and broad learning, which are the causes of this powerful mindfulness. So in this vein, engaging in Bodhisattva's deed says, in any of these situations, I will practice mindfulness with this motive, aspire to meet teachers and engage in appropriate activities.
Teta nas do dina do dina there is shoseje loveche do Lodo Lepa, me shepi, Tibachi, Tiba Shini, Ratara, Tibi Ludo Mashiba Shay, Tiba Mani Oman. Ludo Neshiba Tibichi, me Sheba, Tibayapu, me by Tenishi. Shibete, Tenola, then Shelo Toja, Temba Jesa, Temba La, Sendi so Gibi, Sendi so some Majuba Kaches. Then don't taste and don't know. Yeah, Joyous said, Lobby, Polo Lepa, and she built it. That's your Tibating is. Tibet is singer. Tibet, Tenola, then Shelo Taring is Shelo Tonja, Temba Jetta, Temba La, then send it so good. Give me, send it to some Machuba Chagger, then a third young outside, send it to Chagger. Then my chap doesn't choose. Tidenios Maliace, Tibate, Del Sono Ton, Shelo Toncheting on the Mandra, Del Zendit so grass, send to some on then, there's some taste, Java, and lesser less rather, you want no woman.
Then the text says, in summary, so you must study and discern well what Bodhisattva's training requires you to adopt and to cast aside, and then joyously persevere at continuously being mindful in all your conduct of what you have understood about what to adopt and what to cast aside. So hence it's extremely important not to err about that at which you are to persevere. So here the says about the benefit of the learnings, which is like, the learning is it is said like it's like a opening our wisdom eye, opening our mind to knowing, what to precisely knowing, what we should do, what we should not do. So in other words, this very clear sense of the discrimination. So we will gain from this, develop through through our learnings, and then joyously perseverance. So therefore what is the also implying here is the where we direct our mindfulness, what we should be mindful of. So that is our learning about what knowledge we gain in our learning, which is the what to adopt, what to reject, and so that is where we direct the mindfulness, and then it also says perseverance, joyously perseverant, and where we have to direct our this joyful effort, our enthusiasm, our perseverance. So is in this mindfulness, which help us to keep all this practice, our practice of the virtue, very alive, very very present. So that's where in another word is saying that if our effort is not directed towards this, as is described here, then it is the effort, whatever effort we are making. So it is the wrong one. It is directed for wrong purpose. So where we have to direct our this joyful effort or the enthusiasm, so as it says here, perseverant then joyously persevering at continuously being mindful in all your conduct. So it's saying throughout all our actions, all our deeds. So we direct our effort to and maintain this mindfulness with respect to the what to adopt and what to cast aside. So we do the 21 Tara prayer.
Chelsea's father.
Okay. So
father,
yeah. We say this prayer for Chelsea's father, who apparently is sick. Krishna, her father is very fortunate, because he had a meeting. He had met the previous pension lamas.
Photo.
And Krishna he saw the photos. Yeah.
She lived close to Kumbu, Lamatonga born in
birthplace of Tsongkhapas in Kumbum. Yeah.
Kumbu they called Jena Geshe Doga.
Yes, Chelsea is very familiar with that Kumbum area, which was the birthplace of Tsongkhapas.
Very good. Yeah.
So, recite the 21 Tara prayers.
So do the